1, I think. Eli and Jerry show. I'm pretty sure Jerry's asleep. Oh, my hair's looking weird on my hat. It's all good. Pretty sure Jerry's asleep. It's all right though. Easton's on the 1s and 2s. Jerry hates it when I say that, but I don't give a shit because he's not here. What's up, guys? NFL Sunday. I'm not betting baseball today. Baseball, I think, is dead officially for the season for me. Jerry's still kind of going crazy. Why is my hair doing that? Stop it. In baseball last week or so, I don't know. I'm not feeling it at all. So I have a little over 6 units at risk on this NFL slate. So um, let me get this pulled up over here on this screen. What's up, Geechee? What's up, James? What's up, Javi? Geechee, yeah. Big plans for NBA. So this week I'm gonna kind of button up NFL stuff. Hopefully, get it to where I want it kind of permanently, and then NHL, get NHL ready. I'm not gonna go too crazy with NHL, but I'm gonna have some NHL tools because I think, um, I think I'm gonna be able to do some stuff with NHL that nobody else is doing. Like at all. Real quick, since we're gonna have some time, we're gonna fly through the games. I'm not gonna take up a full hour of your guys this morning. But so a big thing apparently with NHL is like the lines or the shifts. So like there's like 3 forwards that teams have 3 sets of 3 forwards that play together. And they all switch out at once, and there's 2 defensemen, whatever the hell they're called. So I think I'm gonna be able to tell you like which not only which positions teams are weak to, but which of their lines are they're weak to, right? So like second and third lines score a ton against this team, but not first lines or first shifts, whatever the hell they're called. But yeah, so nobody like there are some line shift or some shift charts out there for NHL, but nobody's breaking down stats by line like that. I think I can do it. I think it's not going to be like perfectly exact because it's I'm gonna have like I have to build in the script kind of estimating lines or shifts or whatever. So I'm working on that, but um, there's not as many NHL betters, so it's not going to be as big of a hit, I don't think. But for the people that really get in the weeds with hockey stats, I'm going to probably blow some minds. So I'm excited about that. But then, yeah, NBA, yeah. There's going to, yeah. I have big plans for the website for NBA, Geechee. Appreciate you. What's up, Jorge? Virtual James, go Colts. Yeah. Brainless 2-leg. Rooker and J Rod need one each. Need one for what? For like a milestone or for a bonus? What's up, Dumbo? Let's just jump into the NFL games. Like I said, I'm not gonna I'm gonna fly through it and with 30 minutes, get something to eat for the Colts game. I am anticipating heartbreak today. I think Colts are going to get embarrassed, but let's not talk about that game just yet. Let's start with the Saints Falcons. We're going to try this cheat sheets. I had the cheat sheets all ready to. Yeah, that doesn't look bad, Easton. Let's just run with that. These are the sheets that go out on my Patreon and in the Heavy Hitter Discord. So if you just want the sheets, you can get $10 a month. Patreon.com/DJanalytics. They are included in your $25 a month subscription to heavyhittermedia.net/Discord. Olave and Kamara are both going to play, looks like. Man, the Saints have been kind of a juggernaut. Could be an interesting game. I looked really hard at Drake. Is Drake London playing? Because I almost bet Drake London touchdown. I have a touchdown lotto. I'm not playing any touchdown bets straight, but I don't know. Pickett said nobody had Drake London anytime posted, so I didn't play it. But that was the only thing I was kind of looking at in this game. I do think it's going to be a fun game. Falcons have been fun and the Saints have been fun, so it should be a good game to watch. I don't know. Derek Carr has always been a guy who's been like a much higher volume, ton of passing yards. So it's weird to see 195 average passing yards for him this season. I don't know. I think there's going to be a game or two this season where he completely lets loose and has one of those 400-yard games. I don't know if it's today. Probably not, but let's move on. Bengals, Panthers. Man, Bengals staring a disastrous 0-4 start, man. What a turnaround since that they didn't make it to the Super Bowl, did they? Or yeah, they did. They lost in the Super Bowl, right? And then it pretty much been shit since then. I said after week 1 that I thought the Bengals were in big trouble. I still think they are. Jamar Chase, the contract situation is still not figured out. He doesn't look the same. Joe Burrow doesn't look the same. I don't know. Andy Dalton, I mean, he looked really good. I wanted to play his passing yards today, but it was like 279.5. And even though this Bengals defense is like pretty bad, I still don't think I can lay 279.5 for Andy Dalton. Oh man, the sheets are saying 230.5. Am I just dumb? Let me look at that. Because 230.5 is interesting, but I saw like 279 earlier. Wow, it's 229. Well, I don't know what the hell I was looking at. 229.5 for Andy Dalton is kind of interesting. The run game is kind of, I mean, Hubbard is fine for the Panthers. I think they're going to be passing the ball a lot, and the Cincy defense is not very good. Where's the feet guy today? Good question. No idea. He posted a ticket at 7:30 or 8 o'clock this morning, and I immediately responded. I was like, "There's no way you haven't gone to bed yet." So yeah, 7:35. He responded in Discord. I'm pretty sure he just went to bed and he's not going to be here. So whatever, man. Is what it is. We move along. What was I talking about? No, nothing for me in this game. I don't know. DGen PT liked the Chuba Hubbard rushing yards. I think 58.5 is a little low for him. But like I said, I don't know. We'll see. I don't know. I can't get any kind of read on what's going to happen with this Bengals offense right now. So I think this is almost like an Andy Dalton passing yards or bust here. Andy Dalton old team narrative. Yeah, I mean 300 for Andy Dalton isn't crazy at all. I don't think in this game, but I don't know. Rams Bears. Talk a little bit more about this game. I do have a pick here. If you saw the lotto that I posted that Portman posted, we did a collab. I'm on Rome Adunza, however you say it. Longest reception. I played it straight as well. So best line was like I got 18.5 yesterday, I think. Or let's see. Yeah, 18.5 is minus 115 on BetMGM. So I played that for 0.75 unit, and I played Ramadunze longest or for a 30-yard catch plus 220 on Bet365. DJ Moore is back. Keenan Allen is back. I don't know what that snap share is going to be. I think it's to me watching every single snap of that football game last week. Caleb Williams is kind of looking for Rome. I think they have that connection. They're both rookies coming in. They have there's just a vibe there. Why do I look tilted? I don't know. And he takes some big shots. He takes some really big shots to Rome. That's kind of even though they have DJ Moore, even though they have Keenan Allen, it almost feels like Rome is almost like their Alec Pierce. He's kind of their go route guy. Let's see. Rome. So he has a 16.5 average depth of target, and averaging 4.33 yards after the catch. What that means is like if he catches one pass at his ADOT of 16.5 and gets like half of his average yards after catch, he's hitting this, right? So 18.5. I think it's up to 19.5 or 20.5 in most places now. 18.5 for longest reception for Rome is too low. Like I said, the average depth of target, he is on average 16.5 yards away from the line of scrimmage when he is targeted, and he's averaging 4.3 yards after the catch. And the Rams' pass defense isn't good. It just isn't. Hasn't been, at least so far this year. 6th most yards per attempt, as you know, she's 9th most passing/receiving yards per game. So, yeah, Romadunze, am I saying that right, Easton? If he can still find an 18.5 line for his longest reception, that's a full go for me. And like I said, I also played, I sprinkled a 30+ longest reception straight for him as well. What game's next? Packers, Vikings, Packers. I don't have any straights here, but I do have that leg with Portman for Jaden Reed. I love Jaden Reed here. It's a little worrisome because Odunze, my bad. When I'm looking at longest reception markets, I'm factoring I'm hi putting the highest priority on the ADOT, right? Um, and Jaden Reed is a really low ADOT guy, like really low. Gets all of his yards after the catch. 59% of his yards coming after the catch, which is kind of crazy. And the Vikings have been tackling pretty well. They have not been allowing a ton of yards after the catch, but I don't know. With Jordan Love a full go today, I mean, I think he might have a couple 30+ yarders. I don't know. Jordan Love looked really good week 1. Um, I think they're gonna be excited to have him back. I think Jaden, yeah, draw it up, you know what I mean? So Jaden Reed, I did not play anything straight for him, but I do have his 30+ yards. Um, for him to catch a 30-yard pass, plus 210 on the collab with Portman as well. I don't think anything really interested me from the Viking side. Josh Jacobs rushing, I don't know. His average, I did look at Josh Jacobs rushing line. His average is super inflated from that 300-yard game he had against the Colts, but I don't know. 61.5 just seems a little low for him. Where's Jerry? Good question. Texans, I don't know why I keep saying the home team first. Jags, Texans. I almost played Nico Collins. I have 6 I have 6 kind of straight bets. Nico would have been my 7th. I almost pulled the trigger on going back to Nico. I think I bet him almost every week. But I just saw I was at 5 units of risk already, and with the bigger number 83.5, I have a really low number receiving yard line. I've been trying to focus on rushing yards and longest reception more so than receiving yards, just because of the nature of the NFL this season has been weird, and everybody's been running the ball a lot, and passing hasn't had a whole lot of success. So I didn't want to have a whole lot of just straight reception yard bets. But Nico would have been the bet. I mean, this guy's incredible. Um, it started to worry me a little bit because Stephon Diggs, the target share started to creep up. I think him and Nico were close in targets last week. And the first 2 weeks that was not the case. It was like all Nico. But yeah, I like Nico here. I don't like anything. I don't like literally anything for the Jags. I don't know. The team looks terrible. The team looks really, really bad. CJ Stroud has been a little bit of a bummer too, passing yards wise. That was an auto bet. You guys know CJ Stroud 300 yards last season. Went crazy on it a little bit, but all right. You guys know I'm gonna have action on this next one. Steelers Colts. Jerry just said he's coming, so cool. Steelers Colts. I have quite a few here. The 2 straight bets I have, I'm on Alec Pierce, longest reception here. So I got 16.5 minus 110 on Bet365 yesterday. I think that is up to 17.5, 18.5. Well, that was when I looked prior to the Ryan Kelly news. Colts are minus 130. Yeah, I don't mind that at all. I looked at a Kirk Cousins interception as well. But it was super juice, like minus 160 or something. So you could almost parlay Trevor Lawrence and Kirk Cousins both for an interception. I think that might be a good look. What was I saying? Oh yeah, Colts. Ryan Kelly's out, starting center. Rookie center. For the Colts today, not great. Braden Smith also questionable. I think he's still just questionable game time. I don't know if we've heard anything since. Man, that game's starting soon. Puka's going to be out another month. Cooper Cup. Man, I should have hammered Tutu Atwell. I almost played Tutu Atwell receiving yards. The line's too low. I still might. Is that a 4:00 game? Is that a 1:00 game? I might. It's a 1:00 game. We already talked about it, huh? Anyway, might be a tough day, but here's the only. Yeah, Mom, you're right. Here's the only caveat to that in the back of my mind is Anthony Richardson has been terrible in the pocket, and he's actually all of his flashes of greatness have been when he's been forced out of the pocket. With a bad O line today, and with this Pittsburgh front seven that is the best in the business right now, Anthony Richardson I think is going to be out of the pocket a lot. I don't know what they scheme up Um, on the Steelers side of things, like I almost like I wouldn't send a whole lot of pass rush here. I would be like, keep him in the pocket, make him throw it. But if they bring pressure a lot and Anthony Richardson is out of the pocket, like I think we might see some flashes. That's why I have. That's one of the reasons I really like Alec Pierce. When Anthony Richardson is out of the pocket, he's usually looking downfield at that point, and um, Alec Pierce is the go route guy. Um, I almost bet Anthony Richardson rushing yards straight as well. I didn't end up pulling the trigger there. Um, oh, I should talk about. I'm playing Najee Harris rushing yards because that's an auto bet. The run defense last week looked better against the Bears. I think it has nothing to do with the Colts' run defense and everything to do with how bad the Bears' offensive line is. So give me Najee Harris over Najee Harris over 66.5 and Najee Harris for 100 plus. 66.5 is minus 110 on FanDuel. 100 plus is plus 380 on DraftKings. There's a real chance that this is kind of blowout potential, even though the Steelers aren't like a juggernaut, score a bunch of points. But I think they're gonna have to lead most of the game, and I think they're gonna be running the ball a lot. So 66.5 seems stupid easy for Najee, and honestly 100 against this Colts defense. If the game script is like that, uh, also seems pretty easy. I do also have a same game parlay with a 50% boost on FanDuel. That is Najee Harris for 80, Alec Pierce for 40, and then Anthony Richardson for 40 plus rushing yards. That is plus 1100 boosted to plus 1700. So it's $10 to win 183. I don't know if you have any of that, Easton, but it's Najee Harris for 80 rushing yards, Alec Pierce for 40 receiving yards, Anthony Richardson for 40 rushing yards. So Colts game, I've got that same game parlay I just told you about. I've got Najee Harris over 66.5 and then 100 plus. And then I have Alec Pierce longest reception over 16.5 and 30 plus. Houston has the easiest path to the playoffs ever. Yeah, I mean, I still have the smallest semblance of hope for this Colts team just because I think I've talked about it a lot. Anthony Richardson is kind of I think the receiving core is maybe a bigger issue than Anthony Richardson is, but if Anthony Richardson continues to grow and get better every week, then he can cover a lot of that up, and he just hasn't played a lot of football, man. He has not played a lot of football at all. So we'll see. I have no idea. The defense got to figure it out though. Broncos Jets. I have absolutely nothing in this game, and I don't even have a whole lot to talk about. Cortland Sutton. I looked at his anytime touchdown, just because the red zone targets are pretty high for him. 20% target share in the red zone, but like Bo Nix, like you know. And then the Jets offense is a really boring bet. Like I saw somewhere that Aaron Rodgers' time to throw is like the lowest it's ever been in his career. Like they're just kind of getting the ball out quick, not taking a whole lot of shots. So it's just kind of a boring thing to bet on. Brees Hall rushing yards, maybe a look, just because the Broncos have not been stopping the run pretty much at all. But nothing here for me. Eagles, Buccaneers. I do have a pick here, and like it seems just a little weird. The Bucks are giving up only it's like the third fewest rushing yards per game. But like when I look at what I look at a lot in the difference from average and accounting for competition, it's like it's closer to the middle of the road. I think books are kind of overvaluating this Buccaneers run defense. I might look really dumb for saying that, but Saquon Barkley hasn't had a game under 95 rushing yards this season. I don't think the game script is going to change a whole lot, and I don't like I don't see the Bucks being that good, right? To drop him from 95 all the way down to a line of 76.5. So I took Saquon Barkley over 76.5, and I took his 100 plus. 76.5 was minus 110 on FanDuel. 100 plus was plus 220 at 365. That's just a weird line. Like that's a whole lot of faith in that Buccaneers run defense to me. That's a whole lot of faith. And I just don't see it. Game script should be the same. Philly has struggled a little bit passing game. So why not continue to lean on Saquon, who has looked, I mean, he's looked incredible through 3 games, averaging 117. You're giving me almost, what is that, like 75% reduction or something like that. No, it's not. Like a 40% reduction in his yards, and his average yards to his line. Give me Saquon over 76.5. Give me his 100 plus. I don't know. Seems easy. Seems easy. It's not going to be easy, but I completely almost just said Washington football team. Washington Commanders, Arizona Cardinals. I don't have a straight bet here. I do have Marvin Harrison Jr. anytime touchdown. Oh, sorry. I have Anthony Richardson anytime touchdown. Aaron Jones, and I've talked about all three of these games without saying this. Ethan, do you have my touchdown lotto? So I've got Aaron Jones, Anthony Richardson, Marvin Harrison Jr. all to score a touchdown. $10 to win 110. Anthony Richardson, kind of just a vibe pick. Didn't play it last week. Didn't get one. Feels like he might get one this week. Aaron Jones and Marvin Harrison Jr. are like top 3-5 in the NFL in red zone targets against the defense that is beatable. It's like Gary is maybe here. That's an echo or something like that. So yeah, that's my anytime touchdown lotto. But nothing else for me in this game. I think we're getting Jerry in here. Ethan's got to figure a couple things out. Only 21 minutes late, Jerry. So, I don't know. What do you guys think? Have I missed any obvious bets so far? I gotta now go back through all these games and see what Jerry thinks, I guess. But we've covered the entire 1 o'clock slate, right? So I guess I could just ask Jerry what his 1 o'clock bets are. Jerry, what's up, man? Yep. I knew as soon as I saw you, like I was kind of just getting myself together this morning when I got that notification that you posted a ticket, and I was like, there's no way you're already awake. Like you haven't been to bed yet. There's also no way that you're not going to be ready. And that's why I was like noon, hoping to buy you a little bit more time.
Mistakes were made. Now I gotta be on a show and try to put thoughts together.
Don't know if they can hear Jerry.
If they couldn't hear me, they would all say muted.
You guys hear Jerry? You guys hear Jerry? New backdrop and hat for Jerry. I have a feeling that's the same White Sox hat. He just has it turned around backwards.
You don't know that.
I don't, but I said I have a feeling.
You can have a feeling, but you don't know that for a fact.
Pat, can you guys hear Jerry? Yes or no? Okay, heard him. We're good. I have talked about the entire 1 o'clock slate, Jerry. Do you have I don't really want to go back through every single game.
I'm just gonna
spots. What do you want to do?
I'm just gonna tell you. We'll just go through my slips. That's it. We don't gotta go crazy.
Okay.
I'm gonna do. If this parlay hits, we don't gotta go, which is just yards. I did a parlay with just yards, right? Shocker. I love touchdowns. I did one with just yards. If it hits, I put it in twice. I put one in just to give away if it hits.
Yeah.
All right. How's that sound?
Sounds great. I'll take it.
Out of the humbleness, the graciousness, the generousness of my heart, I put a parlay in with a $10 bonus bet to give away.
Okay.
Not even my money. That's how generous I am.
Big spender, dude.
First bet, Mike Gesicki, 25 yards. By the way, these are all yards. I think there's only one standard line here. Not asking for the world. CJ Stroud, 250 yards. Right there, those two. Come on. That's a bankroll builder. What do the kids call it this day? Like a guarantee? No, we don't do guarantees.
No.
The L word, right? That's what they say?
Yeah, don't say that one.
I've got the hat on backwards today. I'm trying to be a hippopotamus.
Rally cap? A little bit of rally cap action?
I'm telling you right now. I'm feeling good.
Okay.
I just woke up and I'm feeling good. That's how you know I'm feeling good. Usually you
5
can't
hours
talk,
of sleep?
you just
Crazy.
can't talk to me for at least 2 hours after I wake up. And I'm rambunctious, right? Is that a word?
Yeah.
As soon as I roll out of bed, put on a hat, put on a laptop, look at me. Look at us. Who would have thought? Third
Jerry's
leg.
locks. Oh, man.
George Pickens 50 receiving yards against your
Yeah, he's
Colts.
gonna get 150, I think.
Yeah, you know what's gonna happen.
Yeah. George Pickens, Najee Harris gonna combine for 300 yards today.
George Pickens gonna be one-on-one coverage a good chunk, and they're gonna take some shots to him. He's gonna have at least one grab of 50 yards, let alone 50 yards overall in the game. Saquon Barkley 70 rushing yards. Caleb Williams 205 and a half passing yards. Travis Kelce 40 receiving yards. And here's where it gets a little tricky. Trey Tucker over 37 and a half rushing plus receiving yards. His rushing plus receiving yards is 2 yards more than his standard receiving yards. I think they're going to utilize him, especially with Devontae Adams out. I think they're going to be utilizing him. I say he gets at least 2 rushes here. And I just feel like that's way better value than taking his, I think, 34 and a half receiving yards.
Okay. Yeah, I like that. So I'm on Saquon as well. I'm on Saquon as well. What I talked about was like Buccaneers total rushing yards allowed is solid this season, but when you look at when I factor in level of competition, look at the difference of average, it's closer to middle of the road. So I think books are putting a lot of stock in this Buccaneers run defense. Hasn't had a game under 95 and a half, and they set the line at what 76 and a half or something. Yeah. So I'm on 76 and a half, and I'm on 100 plus for Barkley.
Yeah.
I'm
And
not on. Go
there's
ahead.
a chance of bad weather, no?
I don't know. I'm not on Pickens straight, but me and Portman had a collab of 30 plus yard reception. Lotto with Pickens in there because yeah, I mean the
Yeah.
only thing like if he doesn't get that early, it could just be all Najee here. Like I don't know how many times he's they're gonna have to throw the ball. Yeah, you're gonna get that end of the season virtual. That's why it's like betting MLB is hard right today, especially because like, are there any games that actually matter? Very, very few games that actually matter today. So it's like, what's the point? You know what I mean? So yeah, you just gave all your picks already, pretty much. No, you didn't.
That was the what do you call it? The yards parlay. I didn't give out my touchdowns.
Okay, you want to do the touchdowns one?
Sure.
Touchdowns one? Cool.
Tell Easton to put up the draft.
Touchdown one.
No, he didn't put up the. Did he put up the DraftKings?
Put up the DraftKings one, Easton.
So
So Easton cannot hear Jerry for the viewers. That's
there's
kind of
always technical difficulties.
yeah, but we're working around it.
So that DraftKings parlay, I did something. So I don't know if it worked. Right. There's a share feature in DraftKings.
Mm-hmm.
So
Doesn't work.
I shared it after I did it, and like 50 people, I got all these notifications. I don't know how DraftKings works. I don't know how these kids use these things, but it just tells me like all the people that are clicking on my bet and tailing it. It's crazy. But
It's somehow that it shares it within the DraftKings app somehow. Like it doesn't give you a link to share like elsewhere, but somehow other people when they're on the DraftKings app can see. I've yeah, it's weird.
Yeah, I posted the link in the Discord like of the share feature because you after you share it, you can go into the social and DraftKings, and then share that actual post.
Okay.
So I put that into the Discord. I think that's the way that you can tail it, like the other links. I don't know.
You can also I got a lot of positive feedback in the Discord for this. If it's not a FanDuel ticket, punch it into Picket first, and they have autofill to DraftKings and MGM and a couple others, and you can share the Picket link. So if everybody else has the Picket app as well, they opens it up in Picket. They can shop their own line if the odds have changed, and they can autofill from Picket.
I don't know. I think it worked. I don't know. I sent it in there. I gotta see. I asked if it worked and I fell asleep. So, now I'm for touchdowns. I have a 3-leg long shot, and I'm kind of
3-leg
embarrassed.
long shot, Easton.
I'm kind of embarrassed because I feel like a broken record. Do you know who? Can you guess one of the three legs?
Well, it's on the screen.
Well,
But I'm
spoil.
guessing you're wanting me to guess Trey Tucker.
I know. It's every week. I can't stop talking about this guy. Right? It's you think this guy's the second coming of Christ. I mean, but there's going to be more opportunity here. His odds obviously tanked. You usually get him at plus anywhere from plus 600 to plus 800. His odds are plus 420. His standard odds. I just like the way you could use it. You could utilize him as a rusher. You could use as a receiver, and he's a return man. So you could get all three aspects. But I do think that he's going to get a couple rushes in this game as well as being a receiver. He's just an absolute spark plug. Also, little, I don't know how much it means, but I think he grew up a fan of the Browns. He's from Cleveland, so maybe that factors in a little bit. I don't know, but Jordan Whittington, obviously, he he's gonna be out there if they're inside the 10-yard line. He's gonna be out there. He's gonna be out there when it matters. This is why I like his touchdown more than his receiving line because he only got 38% of the snaps last week, but he was the highest graded rush blocker, run blocker by a long shot, especially compared to the wide receivers. So when it matters the most, he's gonna be out there, and you're gonna get crazy value on him. And because his usage was so low, you're getting plus 600 or better, on depending on the book. And Mike Gesicki, I mean, this is kind of chalky compared to the other three, but it's just you put this is $10. This is gonna be the easiest $2,000 I've ever won, in my opinion.
Okay.
It is really hard to talk when my brain is not on.
Yeah, I don't know, Easton. Somewhere in the maybe it's like advanced audio settings or something, but there's you can choose to monitor and output, or only monitor or only output for each individual audio source, and you need to turn monitoring on for Jerry. All right. Well, I was just getting to the 4 o'clock slate, so I think you're pretty much covered. I talked about how I kind of like Marvin Harrison Jr. for an anytime touchdown. It's slightly plus money. There could be a lot of offense. Oh, sorry, talking about the Commanders and the Cardinals. Could be a lot of offense in this game. I also look pretty hard at Terry McLaurin, longest reception. Jaden Daniels looks pretty good. So yeah, I don't know. I don't have anything in this game though, outside of my anytime touchdown lotto, which is all plus 100 guys, and Marvin Harrison Jr.
You have 100 guys in your lotto?
Yep, 100 of them.
The hell?
100, dude.
I guess. Speaking of, did you do the saying we like I was here? You do the Chargers game?
Nope. I think that's next. Nope, we got Patriots Niners next up. And I have a bet here. I do have a bet here. Niners have all their guys back. So I think Debo, Ayuk, both are a full go from what I understand. I am still playing Juwan Jennings over 30.5. Line just seems too low, even with everybody coming back. I think he's kind of shown last couple weeks that he can be a consistent target. 30.5, he could get that in literally one catch. Patriots defense has been all right, but I don't know. You also put, probably the third or fourth cornerback on him now. I think it gets a little bit easier for Juwan Jennings. So 30.5 for Juwan Jennings receiving yard seems way low. I'm on 30.5 and I'm on 50 plus. What do you think about this game?
50 plus
for Juwan Jennings, yeah.
With everybody healthy, you're going Juwan Jennings for 50 plus yards?
Only for a quarter. So I got 3/4 of a unit on over 30.5, and I got a quarter unit on 50. So if he gets 30.5, positive on that. It's a little bonus if he gets 50. That could be 2 catches, man. It could be 2 catches.
You and these units.
God.
I'll give you a unit.
Anyway.
I'm probably just gonna stick Jordan Mason. Holy shit! What an
Yeah, he's good.
amazing fantasy pickup that was. Oh
You're
my god!
welcome for that idea. That
It
was
was
my
my
idea.
it was my idea. You have no
No.
proof.
Nope. My idea.
You have proof?
I can pull. Yeah, I'll get you proof later.
I said
Somebody go clip the VOD. The
I
Monday
said
Night
I'm
Football
gonna
game.
pick
Thursday Night
up
Football game. Yeah.
Jordan Mason because Christian McCaffrey's out. I said it.
I said, is Jordan Mason available? You should pick him up if he is. Something like that.
And I said, yeah, I was gonna do that anyway. That's what I probably said. I don't know.
Nope. So you betting Jordan Mason to do anything, or what are you doing?
I have him going in fan. I'm doing the daily fantasy shit that I told you about, right?
Mm-hmm.
And Jordan Mason is just a value every week. I don't understand it. They expect what do they expect Christian McCaffrey to just rip off the IR and come back? I don't know. The
Early
value
November sounds like for McCaffrey.
it would be like $8,000 or whatever fantasy dollars for Christian McCaffrey, and Jordan Mason every week is at plus $6,000.
And he's putting up
I don't know.
similar numbers, yeah.
I just stuff Jordan Mason in every week, and I keep winning contests. So
all right, cool. Have you looked into stacking at all for the daily fantasy?
stacking what?
So it's kind of just like a mindset. Very small amount of people do it. Learned this from Dot Bets and Brandon. What's his Twitter name? Brandon. He lives in Northern Indiana too. Oh my goodness. Completely forgetting. His name's Brandon. Super cool guy. He was in Gold Boys for. I don't know if he is anymore, but man, he used to do a show with Dot Bets. What is his freaking? I don't remember. But you find a game you think is going to go like if you it sounds like you like the Steelers to do a lot of things today, so you would pick like you would run Justin Fields, George Pickens, and then like maybe a tight end or another like value play, all from the Steelers. And if you're right, you get basically double points for Justin Fields and Pickens both. You're just stacking 2-3 players on one.
I stack quarterback, wide receiver in every line.
And then a lot of people also go the flip side. So like they'll go like quarterback, wide receiver from Steelers, and then pick one guy on the Colts you think is going to be really like, so maybe take Jonathan Taylor or something like that. Like if you think there's going to be, I don't think there's going to be a whole lot of points in this game, so that's not what I would do personally. That's not the game I would target, but just an example. But taking like 3 to 4 players from one game if you think there's going to be a lot of points in it.
Yeah, I took Stroud and Nico Collins.
You don't pay like if you same game parlay that on FanDuel, you pay the correlation price, and you don't pay that in daily fantasy, right? So, anything else on the Niners game?
No.
Cool. Let's talk about Chargers game. We're gonna talk about Chiefs, Chargers. Real quick, I'm on J.K. Dobbins again. I was on him last week. He let me down. But we saw the jump in workload that I thought we were going to see last week. Just kind of ran into the buzzsaw front seven of the Pittsburgh Steelers. So I'm running it back. I think it was 58.5 last week. And it's 56.5. So we had one kind of down week against the best run defense in football, and his line drops. So I'm on J.K. Dobbins 56.5 minus 110, 3/4 of a unit, and then 80 plus for a quarter of a unit on it's plus 275 on ESPN bet. I hate when I'm right, but then I'm also wrong. You know what I'm saying? Like last week, I said like J.K. Dobbins has been one of the best running backs in football, and he's basically splitting carries, and he shouldn't be. He should get the majority, like RB1 workload, and he did get that. And he got he went backward. I think he had like 20 plus negative yards. I was angry, but I'm running it back.
So I did a stupid post, right? I did almost all my posts on Twitter are stupid. I did a stupid post, right? This guy, some guy that worked at the Oakland Coliseum, they're like trying to do like sad stories, like I don't know. The guy's 92 years old, and it was his last day on the job, and they're trying to make everybody cry on Twitter. They're like, look at this guy, he's 92. The guy should have fucking retired 10, 15 years ago. God bless him, though. He kept going. 92 years old. His name is Gus Dobbins. So I tweeted, I thought it was funny, all right, in my head. I said, the
I'm laughing at
universe
the guy should have
is
died a
sending me
long
mixed
time ago.
signals. And I don't know what happened, but apparently 1.4 million people saw this tweet.
That's a lot of people, man.
Like 16,000 likes. I don't know. This is what the kids call viral. Irregardless, there's no way. Don't shake your head. There's no way I don't bet. This is stupid, but I'm doing it. Gus Edwards and J.K. Dobbins score a touchdown. There's just no way I don't. Right?
Yeah, I don't mind that. What really worried me is, or let me see if it's up. What really worried me earlier is there's no. Yeah, they still don't. They have FanDuel has an alt rushing lineup for Gus Edwards. They do not have one for J.K. Dobbins. Is that weird? I don't know. I don't know what it means. Like, it could mean, they know that J.K. Dobbins is going to go off, and that's why they're not offering the line. Could also mean, I don't know. Could mean the opposite somehow. You know what I'm saying? It's still not up. Made me a little nervous. But yeah, you really got me on the guy should have died a long time ago. I stopped listening after that.
I'm just saying.
Whatever, man.
I gotta bet it though, right? In principle, I gotta bet it. So
yeah,
it's like plus 800 or something.
It's not bad. It's not bad. 103 yards per game for J.K. Dobbins. You're setting the line at 58.5. It's kind of wild. I don't know. Browns right at 56.5.
How good he looks is I mean, the guy's been banged up in his career. He's no secret, but coming
into last week, he was the best running back in football coming into last week. I mean, eye test and yardage test. Buzzsaw, Pittsburgh Steelers front seven, and we take a 2-yard hit on the line. Great. That's crazy, man. That's crazy. Browns Raiders. I'm completely out. Both these two teams are in shambles, and I have no interest in the game at all. What about you? Other than Trey Tucker, that
yeah, I'm just
sounds like you want to marry.
I mean, don't make fun of me. Yeah, I'm going with Trey Tucker. Obviously, I said rushing and receiving. I think if he gets a rushing a touch, I think he's gonna get at least 2. Right? They're gonna expand the offense a little bit with no Devontae Adams. He gets 1 carry. You're only gonna give me 3 yards for that. He's gonna get more than that. It's gonna be an end around. It's gonna be a little bit of a trickery.
What if?
What if what?
What if he hits the receiving line, but they do that end around? He gets stuff like negative 10 yards, and you missed the bet, even though he went over on our side.
If you said that on Twitter, I'd probably block you for being a scumbag.
I feel like that's gonna happen now. I'm gonna feel awful. That's 100% how it's gonna go. Oh man, that's gonna be the one night that kills your parlay too.
You better hope not.
What we got left? Just Sunday Night Football, right? Is Bills? Yeah. Bills Ravens is Sunday Night Football, and I haven't bet anything yet. I don't think I'm going to. I'm a Zay Flowers enjoyer, so I might end up betting something on Jay. I probably just have like a lot of same game boost or something with Zay Flowers and James Cook maybe, and then like I don't know, Lamar Jackson rushing or something. Sounds fun, but I don't have any numbers or anything to support that. It's just like somebody's gonna give me a boost and or bonus bet to use on Sunday Night Football, and I'm just gonna do something that I think is fun, and that's Zay Flowers receiving, Lamar Jackson rushing, and James. I don't know those 3 players: James Cook, Zay Flowers, Lamar Jackson. Some combination of yards and touchdowns.
I didn't even get to that game, but I want to do some before we get out of here.
Yep.
I want to have some first touchdown fun, right?
Okay.
Just 3 guys to score first.
Okay. Are you looking for my input, or are you just going to tell me the 3 guys?
How about I do 2, you do 1?
Maybe. Give me your 2 first. I want a same game parlay in my first touchdown bet. So.
Same game. Mike Gesicki and Saquon Barkley.
Najee Harris.
Okay. It's going to go in. Actually, also on top of that.
Might be George Pickens.
God. Yeah.
Let chat decide. Did you bet it already?
Oh.
Okay. Chat. George Pickens or Najee Harris first touchdown. Who do you think? There's like a 60-second delay, so we got to fill some time or something. You know what I mean?
60-second delay on a live stream?
It's somewhere between. I mean, depending on the viewer's like browser and internet connection, it's anywhere from like 25 to 60. Yeah. Like for mine, it's like 20, 25. We don't have a built-in delay or anything. It's just the nature of like our streams got to get from
Dumbo said Harris. That's
mark.
it. It's
All right, Harris, run it.
If it's Pickens, it's Dumbo's fault. That's what we're doing.
If only there was a tool to analyze Buffalo. Yeah, listen. If you guys probably have seen, if you're here, you probably follow me on Twitter. So thank you, appreciate it. I'm doing some wild shit on my website that nobody else is doing. I'm really proud of it. And yeah, you can literally go to my website and ask ChatGPT to analyze Buffalo and/or Baltimore's defense. It'll tell you where their weak spots are, all that kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying? Oh no, what happened, Dumbo?
No, I said Dumbo. It's gonna be Dumbo's fault if it's.
Oh, okay. Yeah, right. Check that out if you haven't already.
This is going in plus 65,000.
That's pretty good, Jared. The NFL or the NBA stuff I'm gonna have, like I haven't even started building it yet, but now that I have built successfully, like proven the concept with NFL, like my website is going to be insane for NBA. I'm actually pretty excited. I'm dreading actually building it because that means I got to talk to this robot for probably like 100 hours minimum.
You love talking to robots,
dude. I tweeted the other day, like I've started cussing out ChatGPT sometimes. Like I'm doing it. I'm like, this doesn't do anything for me other than make me feel a little bit better. You know what I mean? But when I say, hey, change this, but don't touch this, and it does the opposite, I'm like, you mother, you know?
You know,
like, oh, sorry about
wrong
that.
with you.
Yeah, happens. Gonna bet Pickens. Yeah, you should probably run that same bet with Pickens instead. Because if it's Pickens now, I'm gonna be pissed. Even though it was my pick. You know what I mean? Should we recap?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, we got a game starting in like 10 minutes. Straight bets for me. I have 6 guys. I played the straight. I play the straight line at 3/4 of a unit, and then the next line up for a quarter unit. So I got Alec Pierce, longest reception, 16.5, and then I have Alec Pierce for a 30-yard reception. I played both of those on Bet365 yesterday. The line has moved, so use Pickett, shop around. But I got 16.5 for -110 on Bet365, and I got plus actually for the time from 207 to 209 or something like that. Between me posting it on Twitter and me actually placing the bet, it went from plus 350 to plus 280. So 30 plus is plus 280. Rum Adunze, longest reception as well, over 18.5 is -115 on BetMGM. And then I took his 30 plus, was plus 220 on Bet365. I have J.K. Dobbins over 56.5 rushing yards, -110 on Bet365. I have 80 plus 275 on ESPN Bet. Najee Harris over 66.5, -110 on FanDuel. Najee Harris 100 plus rushing yards, plus 380 DraftKings. Saquon Barkley over 76.5, -110 FanDuel. Saquon Barkley 100 plus rushing yards, plus 220 Bet365. Juwan Jennings over 30.5 receiving yards, -115 on Hard Rock. Juwan Jennings 50 plus is plus 235 on DraftKings. I didn't talk about this, but I did parlay Najee for 100, Saquon for 100, and Juwan Jennings for 40. $10 to win $330. Anytime touchdown lotto, Aaron Jones, Anthony Richardson, Marvin Harrison Jr. And then I have a same game for the Colts game, which is Najee Harris for 80, Alec Pierce for 40, Anthony Richardson for 40 rushing yards. Football.
They used to do this thing where you could bet the first touchdown of the slate, right?
I don't know.
Yeah, they don't do that no more.
Probably for the best, to be honest.
Well, it pissed me off because last week I wanted to do it for Amari Cooper, and guess who scored the first touchdown of the whole slate?
It was
Amari
Amari Cooper
Cooper.
because I texted you immediately because I was talking shit about Amari Cooper. He scores.
Yeah, it didn't give me the option. It doesn't have it this week. I mean, what's the? I don't understand. I don't know why they took that away. I was gonna do Mike Gesicki, but anyways,
Irregardless.
can your brother hear me?
Ethan, can you hear Jerry yet or no? Nope.
Okay, tell him to put the DraftKings.
DraftKings. He's working on it. You being 20 minutes late really foobarred me and Easton's plan because I went through, dude. I completely the cheat sheets that we're doing here. This is actually a browser source from. I did a whole thing this morning to make this work, and then you like didn't. I was like, man, it's like me and Easton put in some work this morning getting the show ready. You kind of threw, he threw a little bit of a wrench in our plans, so it's not Easton's fault. Only 3, right, Jerry? Oh,
yes.
You can hear him, right? He just can't hear you.
Yes. He can't hear me. You got to say yes for me.
Yes.
There we go. All right. DraftKings slip. If this thing hits, out of the generosity of my heart, my cold heart, I will give this away somehow. I think you can do it on Twitter. Twitter, they have the retweet thing, right? Where the retweet bot, where you can find, I don't know, you pick a random winner off retweets. I have no idea how it works. Anyways, DraftKings, if that hits, I'll give the whole thing away.
I think we should give it away to Discord members. Half the Discord members, half to a retweeter. Because it's going to hit.
Okay, then 150 and 150. I don't know.
Yeah.
Sure, whatever. That's fine. 2 boosts. I'm using it on touchdowns. T. Higgins, Robinson, Allen, and Barkley. I didn't expect to get, even with a boost, plus 5,800 is egregious. That's probably going to make me pretty rich. What's going to make me really rich, though, is Gesicki, Jordan Whittington, and Trey Tucker. I mean, this is the easiest $2,000 I've ever made in my life. I mean, I just rolled out of bed, and I'm going to make $2,000. It's actually incredible. You know what I just realized I didn't do? I didn't put all of these guys together. Like, I did long shot and I did chalk. I messed up here. This is bad. Because it's all going to hit. So why am I not putting them all together?
Yeah, I would have just done one ticket instead of having 3 different ones. I'd just done the whole thing in one.
Yeah, I'm putting all 7 together. I almost made a really, really bad mistake.
And then put the 7 or the 6 from the yardage or whatever too, or the 5, whatever it is. Might as well. That'd be like $1 to win $2 million or something crazy.
Yeah, but that's on DraftKings. See, on FanDuel, you have the easy thing where you could just put it on your bet slip. Reuse selections.
Yep.
Yeah. So I'm putting them all 7 together right now.
Cool.
That's it. And then we did the first touchdown. We did Mike Gesicki, Saquon Barkley, and your pick. I'm just making it clear. His pick was Najee Harris.
Dumbo's pick, to be clear.
Oh, Dumbo's pick. That's right, Dumbo.
Yep. Cool. I think that's a show. Do you want to do a show tomorrow? I'm gonna be honest with you guys. My motivation to do shows, when there's only like one game happening, has been super low. There is 2 games tomorrow night. That helps.
Let's do 2. We have 2 shows. I mean, 2 games. I can't even speak. I'm still half asleep. Obviously, I got to talk about my Dolphins and how they're gonna get wrecked and how the season's over. So we got to do a show.
All right, let's do that. And then since there's only 2 games, if you guys are still watching this, first of all, thank you. Second of all, like we gotta come up with some other shit to talk about. You know what I mean? Because like I'm not gonna talk for 45 minutes about 2 football games, and one of them's gonna be awful. No offense. You know what I mean? So like we gotta have like some segment ideas. Some other like,
Let's get real personal. Let's talk about your life tomorrow.
My life,
yeah,
is really boring because I pretty much sit here and have a robot write code for me, and then I go hang out with my kid and my wife for a few hours, and then I go to bed. It's pretty much my entire life. So, everything now. But All right, that's the show. Let's go watch some football. Good luck on all your bets. We'll see you tomorrow, probably like 5:30 or 6. I don't know. Check Twitter. Really appreciate you guys supporting us and all that shit. Like the button and like the button. Hit the like button if you haven't
Like
already.
the button.
Good luck on all your bets. Be nice to each other. Thanks. Love you. Bye.